I have one very simple and interesting question for you all. What is the home of your memories? I repeat, what is the home of your memories? Well, if you ask me, it is the photo app of my mobile because it is full of food images, travel pictures, and pictures with my family, my friends, and my partner. But what if my mobile memory is full? Well, I rely on Google Photos because it is completely free. But wait, time is changing. Will it be free forever? Stay tuned to know more. Hello everyone, my name is Mithila. Welcome to my Digital Marketing Beast channel. In today's video, I'll be covering the top 5 digital marketing news from November 2020. Stay tuned. Back in May 2020 this year, Google had announced that page experience signals will soon become one of the ranking factors for Google SEO, and that time has come because on 10th of November 2020, Google announced that Google Core Web Vitals will soon become one of the ranking factors for Google SEO, and this change will start to roll out from May 2021 next year. It is speculated that this change will change the SEO industry to some extent, and also page speed will become more prominent with this change because it is directly or indirectly related to the Core Web Vitals. Now let's understand what this Core Web Vitals is all about. As you can see in this diagram, a Core Web Vitals is a combination of old as well as new page experience signals. So the upper part which you see here are the new ones, and it includes 3 components: LCP, FID and CLS. And the old page experience signals include mobile friendliness, HTTPS, safe browsing, and no intrusive interstitials, that is the annoying pop-ups which we get on the web browsers. So without wasting much of your time, I will quickly run through the first 3 page experience signals. The first one on the list is large contentful paint. So I would break this entire term into 3 individual words. So the first one comes as large, that is 70 to 80% of the screen size or the viewport. Contentful, as the name suggests, it relates to the content. So anything which comes on the web page, say text or buttons, videos or images or any other HTML resources. By paint, I would understand this term as how the browser paints the picture of the web page to the user. Right, so if you all combine all these 3 words, then it's large contentful paint. So I would take an example of one website. If I try to hit the IRCTC website on my mobile browser or my desktop, then what I would expect is the page should be loaded as fast as possible because users are very impatient only for that reason. So Google sets some recommendations for this metric LCP, and it should be less than 2.5 seconds. So basically LCP refers to how fast the page loads on the browser. Right, the second one is first input delay or FID. Now we saw the first metric, which was LCP, that is large contentful paint. So after the page loads, what should be the next logical step? So the user should be able to interact with the page elements, right? So if I pull up the IRCTC website, I might go to login page and log in, or I might sign up or register, or I may find the PNR status of the train, or I can find some other information related to the trains, or any other elements which I want to explore on that website. So FID deals with how fast the page interacts with the user queries. So that should be within 100 milliseconds. The third one is called as CLS or cumulative layout shift. I'm pretty sure some of you have experienced this. So if you try to access the element of the website even before the page loads completely, for example, if you try to click on the button before the page loads completely, then the button shifts its position by some pixels. You can see an example of CLS on the screen now. So this example is for order confirmation page, and there are 56 items, and the user actually wants to cancel the order, but because these buttons are shifted from their original places, this order has not been cancelled and the order has been placed instead, and this is quite annoying and it is not the best user experience. And this shift in the elements can be found out with the help of this metric called as CLS. Google recommends that the CLS score should be less than 0.01. So to summarize these three metrics, the first one was LCP, that is large contentful paint, and it basically refers to how fast your page loads. The second one was first input delay. It basically refers to how fast the page becomes interactive. And the third one is CLS, that is cumulative layout shift, and it basically refers to how fast the page becomes stable. So the next question would be how to measure these metrics. So Google has come up with the Google Core Web Vitals report in Google Search Console, which can be found under Enhancements section. And then you can also download these reports in Excel or CSV, and you can prioritize these issues and also work with your web developers to get them resolved. On 11th of November 2020, Google announced that Google Photos will no longer be free for unlimited storage service. So up to 15 GB is free, but if you use Google Photos beyond 15 GB, then your account might be charged. This change will start to roll out from 1st of June 2021. Alongside Google Photos, you would also need to think about using Google Drive. So Google Sheets, Google Documents, Google Slides, all these would be come under one umbrella, which is Google One. So you would need to subscribe to the paid subscription, which comes for $1.99 per month for 100 GB of space. The next information would be useful for SEOs. So on 19th November 2020, Google announced that they have changed the name of Google Webmasters to Google Search Central. For those who don't know what Google Webmasters is, it is a central information or source of information for Google search on how search works, or any updates, Google updates, or any crawling or indexing related documentation. Google has completely rebranded the Webmasters to Search Central, so you can find the change in the Twitter name account name, YouTube account name, and any other sources where there was Google Webmasters. If you are a regular visitor of John Mueller's videos on YouTube, then you would need to search for Google Search Central now. With this change, Google has also consolidated 13 localized blogs into Google Search Central. In my last month's roundup news, I had covered that Google will start crawling the websites on HTTP2, that is an advanced version of the HTTP protocol, and that time has come because on 13th of November 2020, Google made some changes in the crawling documentation, and it has added 2 paragraphs stating that Google may start crawling the websites on HTTP2. Recently, Microsoft has announced a launch of this new tool called as Digital Marketing Center, and it is artificial intelligence powered tool. This tool helps the small as well as medium-sized businesses to better manage their digital marketing campaigns. It is still in beta and it is available only to US customers as of now. One great benefit of this tool is that it is completely free. Secondly, you can manage your social media campaigns from one integrated place. So you can schedule and you can draft and schedule all your social media posts from this tool. You can also better manage your inbox from all these accounts from one place. So there are some other free tools like Hootsuite and Buffer for scheduling posts, but the thing is, in free account you can add only up to 3 accounts, whereas in this Microsoft's new tool you can add up to 10 accounts, which is good. So that was about the top 5 digital marketing news from November 2020. I hope you all find some value in this, and I have linked all the official news in the description below.
If you all find this helpful, then please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in next month's roundup.